First, the top news headlines. Covaxin Phase 3 trials to begin in Haryana today. Minister to take shot. COVID-19 tally surges to 5.68 crore worldwide. Death toll at 13.59 lakh. And Minister Awangbo Nyumai inspects Seri farms in Imphal West. Hello and good afternoon. I'm ONEL Samandaram giving you the Times of Manipur English News. Before we go to the main news, here is a COVID-19 awareness. As a responsible citizen, it is our duty to minimize the spread of coronavirus as much as possible. Wash your hands frequently with soap for at least 20 seconds. Using an alcohol-based sanitizer also helps keep the virus at bay. Avoid touching your eyes, nose and mouth. Avoid stepping out unless absolutely necessary. Always wear a mask before stepping out and even in your own home in the presence of outsiders, as masks have been proven effective in containing the virus. Maintain a social distance of at least 2 meters in public places. Now the news in details. In India, Haryana's Home Minister Anil Vij will be administered a shot of Bharat Biotech International Limited's vaccine candidate as its Phase 3 trials begin in the state. A media report said Anil Vij, who also holds the health portfolio, had offered to be the first volunteer. Quote, "I will be administered a trial dose of Covaxin, a Bharat Biotech product, tomorrow at 11 a.m. at Civil Hospital, Ambala. I have volunteered to take the trial dose," unquote, Vij tweeted yesterday. He will be administered a shot of the vaccine candidate of Hyderabad-based Bharat Biotech, Covaxin. Meanwhile, Union Health Minister Dr. Harsh Vardhan expressed confidence a COVID-19 vaccine will be ready in next 3 to 4 months. The minister who was addressing a FICCI webinar further said healthcare workers and corona warriors will naturally be prioritized, followed by senior citizens and disease-prone people. Hopefully, year 2021 should be a better year for all of us. A global search continues for the vaccine against the coronavirus disease, even as a rise in the number of infections and related deaths are being reported. According to a tally by Worldometers, more than 57 million people have contracted the disease so far and more than 1.3 million have lost their lives due to it. As per a media report, the tally also shows that nearly 40 million people have recovered from the coronavirus disease till date. The global tally of coronavirus cases stand at 5.71 crore, 1.36 crore have died so far. The US, the worst hit country, has 12.0 lakh cases and 2.58 lakh have died from the disease there. It is followed by India, Brazil, France and Russia. India has reported 45,201 fresh COVID-19 cases in the past 24 hours, taking the tally past the 9 million mark. As per a media report, the country's death toll has mounted to 1,32,202. At 17,63,055, Maharashtra has the highest number of coronavirus cases, followed by Karnataka, 8,65,931, Andhra Pradesh, 8,57,395, Tamil Nadu 7,63,282 and Kerala 5,39,919. Delhi recorded 7,546 fresh coronavirus cases yesterday, taking the infection tally in the city to 5,07,000, besides recording 98 new fatalities. Meanwhile, in Delhi, government has issued an order whereby 42 private hospitals shall reserve 80% of their total ICU bed capacity for COVID-19 patients, added the report. Manipur recorded 95 fresh cases of COVID-19 in the past 24 hours, pushing the tally to 22,548. On the other hand, 172 persons have been discharged cured in the last 24 hours from various COVID care centers and hospitals across the state. The state has not reported any COVID-19 related death in the last 24 hours for the first time in weeks. The death toll stands at 231. The active cases now stand at 2,886, while the recovery is at 19,431. The recovery rate is 86.17% so far as per the COVID-19 Command Control Room. Sericulture Minister Awangbo Nyumai visited the farms of the Seri beneficiaries in Imphal West yesterday. During the visit, the minister interacted with the beneficiaries and heard their grievances. He also inspected the work taken up by the beneficiaries, including the mulberry plants planted in their farms, accompanied by Chairman Manipur Building and other construction workers Welfare Board, Haikam Dingo, also the MLA of Sekmai constituency, S. Kunjikishore Singh, Director and officers of the Directorate of Sericulture. Minister Awangbo Nyumai visited Seri farms located at Kachikhul, Sangaitel, Tairenpokpi, Fayeng, Kangchup, Langdaibung, Kurkul Makha and Kurkul Awang in Imphal West. Speaking to the media persons, Minister Awangbo Nyumai expressed happiness with the work taken up by the beneficiaries of the Imphal West, stating that the beneficiaries have fully utilized the fund allocated under the Integrated Sericulture Development Project (ISDP). He said it is encouraging to see the hard work of the beneficiaries who have made the work as a profession. He advised the underperforming beneficiaries to fully utilize the fund allocated under the ISDP to generate income. Well, now it's time for a short commercial break. Stay tuned.
Luhungbagi fizang, private party singi decor, inaugural function gi balloon decor, birthday party gi balloon decor, formal function singi decor, amadi makhal khuding maki decor gi damak kanalai ti haibagi wabi raganu. Apamba machu sizinaduna, apamba moongda thawain hek khoida zaba moongda decor sing tobining basingna. Akupa moral gi damak contact tobirau DD Bros Decora, Kaisamthong Ahanthem Lekai Imphal. Contact number 8258047042 natraga 7005313996.
Lamjingbo Finance na COVID-19 athoga liba khudong chadaba mayam asi uziraga collateral security yautana document changdana yamna komo mongda loan fanganjagani shahida subnatagi chada tarani thoigi interest rate tap business loan against property, vehicle loan, commercial equipment loan, commercial vehicle loan ki khudong chaba pisari han loan lobi ki basingi suwana gu makhal gi loan asi lobi ki khudong chaba pisagani akupa morol gi ma contact tobiro Lamjingbo Finance Nagamapal. Contact number 7085-831-502 natraga 9862-629-399.
Now enjoy 20% extra on Kangla popcorn, Kangla Milky Balls and Kangla rings.
Kangla.
Yumdagi hek chathokiba matamda chingnadaba ngamde selucharuba firol da su virus asi adum pusilakpa yabagi akiba lei
Firol da virus changandanaba Bharat amasung Americana scientifically yanaraba India gi ahanba virus cover spray nano coating asina pungni funipan fawa virus ngakthok pangami firol da kapiduna virus tagi ngakthok piu virus coverage sejinabiu chingnabiganu akan banong lay nungsit kaya laklabasu apik pa natraga achoba yum oirabasu phaglang sina pumnamak mayok na bangami yamna kalli amadi chahi kaya chatli Barak Valley gi masak oiriba akan bagi atopa maming amo oiriba Valley Strong Cement. Valley Strong, very strong.
khanghanjaba tom cable subscriber singda yamna nungaiba paw amatang khanghanjari madude Tom Cable ase pay channel on bagaloinana tongan ba khudong chaba kaya pibata natana ayat apan yaudana ahenba services kaya piduna miyamgi thogal mapung fana tawba ngamjaragani subscriber singna isa gi connection gi thagi fee online gi khuthangda prepaid mode oina tidok piduna channel asibu apan ba yaudana nungaina yengbina banoluk chari matau karamna online gi khuthangda thagi fee tv gadage haibadu makhada uchari ahanba step ta tomtv.co.in da changbiraga adom gi set top box number du mention biraba matungda pijariba package lupa chahum yankai chamri natraga chamri yankai sidagi apamba package ama khanbiraba matungda pay online dan nambiu ani suba step ta adom gi payment adu confirm tawbiraba matungda pay now da nambiu ahum suba step ta prefer payment methods khanbiraga payment tawbinaba khanghanjari ba Tom TV Cable contact number 8132089758 natraga 8974279099.
Welcome back. Bishnupur Police Commando, Nambol Police, Bishnupur Police, Moirang Police and Kaibulamjau Police today launched a drive in different parts of Bishnupur district to prevent dirtying of roads by muds carried by tractors from paddy fields during harvesting season. Bishnupur Superintendent of Police Priyadarshini Laishram led the drive. The police used speakers giving awareness to the residents to wash tractors before taking the road. The team also seized several tractors during the drive. SP Priyadarshini Laishram told TOMTV that the step was to ensure safety for everyone. The SP urged the public to ensure mud-free roads to avoid mishap. Priyadarshini warned that those who found violating the order will be punished under the law. Kanglipak Kanbalup KKL celebrated its second Foundation Day 2020 today at Jawaharlal Nehru Dance Academy, Imphal. A short discussion on change and continuity in Manipur society today marked the occasion. Deputy Chief Minister Yumnam Joykumar, Manipur State Human Rights Commission Chairperson Khaidem Mani, Manipur State Human Rights for Women Chairperson Dr. Mashnam Binota, social scientist Dhanabir Laishram and senior journalist Pradeep Fanjobam attended the event. Secretary of Sanjam Kuno and Sanjam Chirang Joint Development Organization and Rajan Singh condemned Konsakul residents for staging protests at the National Sports University NSU site, claiming that the land belongs to them. He also said that there are officially proven documents where the elders of Konsakul and Sanjam had a deal in which the NSU site was bought from Konsakul elders by Sanjam at ₹13 at the then State Darbar. He also said that the act of Konsakul residents claiming the NSU site as theirs is totally baseless. A 40-year-old Assam journalist has embarked on a 1,000-kilometer bicycle ride to spread awareness about the social safety and security of journalists of the state. Journalist Snehankar Chakraborty, who hails from North Assam's Bishwanath district, has started his journey at a time when gamblers at Mirja on the outskirts of Guwahati beat up a local reporter and a journalist in Tinsukia district died in a hit-and-run case. Snehankar, who is also an Assamese poet, has stated his bicycle trip from his hometown Bishwanath, Charaili and will cover Dhola, Sadia, Tinsukia, Dibrugarh, Sivsagar and Jorhat districts. Parag Bhuyan, a journalist with an Assamese TV journalist, died in a hit-and-run case recently. His family members suspect he was killed for reporting on illegal transportation of coal and timbers, besides writing about a woman BJP leader who allegedly assaulted a police officer at Kakopathar police station, the media report said. Increasing seizures of Chinese weapons in Northeast India points to a greater flow of illegal arms impacting adversely on regional stability, says a Home Ministry report. A media report said that such weapons are also being pushed, even assembled into Myanmar, as additional cause for worry because many tribal areas of the neighboring country border on notice. As many as 423 illegal weapons, including AK-47s, M16s, Chinese pistols and lethards have been recovered so far this year in various states of notice. Prominent insurgent groups, especially those from Assam, Manipur, Nagaland and Mizoram, maintain regular contact with Chinese intelligence agencies and have benefited from Chinese largesses and weapons, according to media report. Training of insurgent groups in the northeast, provisioning of arms and ammunition, and harboring exiled militants and leaders have been recurrent phases of China's diplo-terrorism against India since the 1960s. 14 people, including 6 children of a wedding party, were killed and few others injured when the vehicle they were traveling in collided with a parked truck in Pratapgarh district of Uttar Pradesh late last night, officials said. According to reports, the accident took place at a spot on a Prayagraj-Lucknow highway under Manipur police station of the district. UP Chief Minister Yogi Adityanath has expressed grief over the road accident and directed senior officials to reach the spot and provide all possible assistance. He also announced a compensation of Rs 2 lakh each of the next of kin of those who lost their lives in the accident. Reports added that Anurag Arya, Pratapgarh's superintendent of police, said the primary investigation suggested that the accident took place when the SUV driver failed to spot the stationary truck and collided with it from behind on the highway near Deshraska Inara village. Passengers trapped in the SUV were taken out and moved to the Community Health Center (CAC) in Kunda, where the 14 of them were declared dead on arrival, including women and children. The minimum temperature dropped to 7.5 degrees Celsius this morning, the lowest in 10 years for the month of November in Delhi. Yesterday, the minimum temperature settled at 9.4 degrees Celsius in the national capital, and the maximum wind speed was predicted to be 10 kilometers per hour, according to the Indian Meteorological Department. Calm winds and low temperature trap pollutants close to the ground, while favorable wind speed helps in their dispersion. The IMD had earlier said the minimum temperature in Delhi will drop to 9 degrees Celsius by Saturday, as cold winds have started blowing from hilly regions which have witnessed a fresh bout of snowfall. The minimum temperature this month, bearing November 16, has remained 2 to 3 degrees Celsius below normal in the absence of a cloud cover, according to IMD officials. Well, it's now time for another short commercial break. Stay tuned.
Red Delivery. Biggest sale, biggest discount. Lakli baharaw kumaising mari lenana up to 50% off pizzery. Athum ahaw nga chak hedak langthak groceries, restaurant, lifestyle, home appliances singbu apps ase download tobiduna hojung order tobiu.
Lamdamusida ihan hanbo oina miyam da kangla water gi 20 liter jar supna tagi lupa tara da fangan jargani. Loina half liter bottle tara mangana saba pack da supna tagi lupa humputra manga da fangan jari. Khudong chaba si factory da laktuna lobi da yagani. Akupa mall gidamak lengsin bidau Kangla Water Maibo Kul Mamang Lekai Imphal S 795002. Aikogi contact number 8257 888 737.
University of Science and Technology, Meghalaya. Unveil your inherent qualities and achieve academic excellence. To fulfill your higher education dreams, join USTM, the People's University.
Admission form Thajare, Manipuri University Kanchipur Manatalai Temple of Learning Degree College ki admission form Thajare. Professional course da BBA amasung BCA ne. General course da BA amasung BSc course ne. Loina na Temple of Learning Toll ki CBSE amasung atopa board ki pass rupa mahiru sing yengnaga class 11 Science Arts amari Commerce ki mingjan form Thajare. Athuba da mingjan heu akupa marol college amasung school ki office ta ki khangbi bayagani.
Thoibi
Thaza, cheng no slow. Ai khau lo thobi.
Marks di
Kaigi marks no.
Kaigi marks no bu kaino hujik oriba COVID-19 gi lecture asida marks yauduna thokpa habese khudong thiningai natra.
Thaza, ai sukhange. Ai anaba minati. Marks laibada changadaba sel duna ko mathap ahawba dum chathoke.
Nangi sidi lairik hairaga laisu khangdaba habaduni. Marks upana chinna tondagi tholakpa lok tinna chingba sing phajanga doribani. Nushita yaramba amora kai singdo marks upadi hakchangna changakpadagi ngakthoktoine.
Adudi Thaza, ai marks amta upugige.
COVID-19 laichatagi thingnanaba chathokka matamda marks upiyu. Season nabiru raba disposable mask mafam chaba yenglaga mai thadokpiyu natragana phumjinbiyu fina sem sajaba mask oiragana numit khudingi su samthokpiraba matungda da sizanabiyu
Isagi mamal yamlaba punsibu kansi amadi atopagi punsibu khudongthiba sidagi ngakthoksi.
Welcome back. China has established a village very close to Doklam where the Chinese and Indian militaries had a tense standoff in 2017. As per a media report referring to images posted on Twitter by a senior journalist with the Chinese state media, the NDTV reported about the establishment of Chinese village 2 kilometers inside Bhutan territory. The report claimed that Chinese journalist Sheng Shiwai, who worked for CGTN News, had posted the images on last morning on Twitter and had indicated the precise location of the settlement, but the Chinese journalist later deleted the tweets, the NDTV reported claim, adding that the new Chinese village has come up about 9 kilometers away from Doklam. India is responsible for the territorial integrity of Bhutan, which maintains a limited armed force, the media report said. Mexico passed the 1 lakh mark in COVID-19 deaths, becoming the 4th country to do so amid concern about the lingering physical and psychological scars on survivors. Jose Luis Alomta Jegara, Mexico's director of epidemiology, announced yesterday that Mexico had 1,104 confirmed COVID-19 deaths behind the United States, Brazil and India. The milestone comes less than a week after Mexico topped 1 million registered coronavirus cases, though officials agreed the number is probably much higher because of low level of testing. Mixed martial arts MMA undefeated pro record fighter Nongmaitem Bonjobi will represent Manipur at the Matrix Fight Night Series 5 to be held in Dubai, United Arab Emirates from December 15. Aztec's founder Dr. T.H. Premananda announced it during a press meet at Aztec's Fight Studio, Joy Estate building located at BT Road today. Premananda urged the public to extend support to Bonjobi, who is representing Manipur at the International Fight Championship for the first time. Premananda added that Bonjobi is a hard-working fighter who has not lost any match so far.
Pro, habidi professional MMA fighter, undefeated Nongmaitem Bonjobi si mahak selection phange mahakna yaudoriba tournament sigi weight category 61.2 hariba weight category sida akhoi international event sida ma saru yabagi selection phange aduga akhoina chatoriba si Aztecs Fight Studio akhoi gi hariba Manipur gi indigenous oiba MMA club emasung MMA Fight Studio si India gi oina akhoi gi ahamba selection phangakpada yauri adusi gi tournament si akhoi gi miyam prajana su mayamna puning thogot piu
pro record 4-0 undefeated record wena laijare duga Asia South Asia gi wena 4th rank ta topology record ta 4th rank ta lairi sama adu hana number 2 tarame adu handak aina sana da weight se aigi division ama ka khale first sana je flyweight ne flyweight ta 56.7 sana but handak sana je bantam ne 2 division sana ne adu handak sana do Dubai MFN haina India gi afau fighter na ta selection tawraga then plus koi foreign fighter khara apse laga toba organize toba MFN hai sina organize toba ne sida ai sama sagi bendem we che laga ai ga ta do mi do mai sana phajana dominant toge han khalle duga mayamna soi gi damakta support tobu ana ai tum haijage na khanjare.
BJP Bishnupur District Committee Secretary Sanasam Premchandra provided uniforms to 37 players of a newly opened international Sito-Ru Karate Federation India ISKF India Tarakhong Dojo School yesterday. The school is a branch of International Sito-Ru Karate Federation India ISKF. Our Bishnupur correspondent reports that Sai coach Soibam Chandrima Chanu and Sihan Mutum Bankim were present at the event. Affiliation certificates were also handed over to the in charge of the two dojo schools. A 3-day volleyball tournament organized by Kuki Khanglai Lompi KKL Kaimai Block, a philanthropic organization, and Assam Rifles concluded yesterday at Kaimai Public Ground. The tournament began on November 17 last. Kaima Youth Club KYC lifted the men's trophy while KM Mintang Memorial Team KMT lifted the women's trophy of the tournament. Led by President Jotha Kimi and General Secretary Laudrin Fella, Hockey Mizoram has worked towards the growth of hockey in the state and has shown tremendous zeal in promoting the sports at various districts. They have also worked towards developing a well-oiled coaching setup equipped with modern techniques. Hockey Mizoram has always been proactive in the development of hockey at the grassroots levels, especially in the women category. Hockey star Lalren Siami from Mizoram was named the 2019 FIH Women's Rising Star of the Year by the International Hockey Federation FIH. Hockey Mizoram was recently awarded the Best Hockey India member unit for 2019-2020 at the 10th Hockey India Congress. Well, now let's have a look at the newspaper headlines.
The Shanghai Express, as centered by Chief Minister Anne Birain on peace talk with NSC and IM. Amit Shah set to land here on November 21st. Manipur shares 0.64% of India's total cases. Teams deputed to contain COVID-19 cases. Assam withdraws test on arrival for flyers from Northeast. COVID-19 cases surged by 230. Newmai inspects Seri farms in Imphal West. Wangoi Assembly constituency stares at containment zone tag. Imphal Free Press. State begins targeted testing post bypolls. 95 tests positive in Wangoi. Aerial drill of Sukhoi Mk-30 panics Imphal city. Sanskrit to be introduced in schools, colleges, says Education Minister. Bengalis in Jiribam district want Jiribam to be under Naga Territorial Council, says IPAG. Interaction program on skill development for LGBTI+ held. The People's Chronicle. 38 more COVID cases confirmed in Wangoi Assembly constituency. Zero surveillance in Thoubal Assembly constituencies from today. India records 50% rise in daily cases. 230 new cases detected. Positivity rate reaches 5.72%. Native doctor to lead central COVID team. Manipur Mail. High-level central team coming. 229 new COVID cases detected. Awangbo inspects Seri farms. 1,000 LNG stations will be set up.
And before we wind up the top news headlines once again. Vaccine phase 3 trials to begin in Haryana today. Minister to take shot. COVID-19 tally surges to 5.68 crore worldwide. Death toll at 13.59 lakh. And Minister Awangbo Newmai inspects Seri farms in Imphal West. Well, that's all for now. Thank you for joining us. Keep watching Times of Manipur.
I lo shala kuda jasuniya de tetanu lakse